What's up? You know that feeling when you just can't sleep? So you watch classics on TV. I'm a die-hard Cary Grant fan, I guess you could say that. Sometimes if I don't fall asleep to TV, I'll fall asleep to this thing that's on the wall. That's how it looks throughout the entire room. This thing ran me back a few, I'm not gonna lie. But something I've liked to have in my room for a while now. So it's on the ceiling, it's all over the walls. Cool thing about it too is when you play music, it goes louder. Well, no, I didn't mean to say that. It changes. Like, watch. Silence. So when you play music, it goes to the beat of anything that you're playing. Me being the EDM head that I am, love it. My neighbors don't because it goes through the windows and it goes into the house next door. But I'm the type of guy that I don't care. No, I do. I'm just fucking with you guys. I use it every now and then. I'll usually turn it on around like 6. And then turn it off around like 10. I'm actually getting into these videos, believe it or not, more or less now. The more I'm gonna do this, I guess you can say I'm gonna get a little bit more comfortable with you guys. I guess you can call me shy when it comes to the camera. Even when my father used to do baby videos of me back in like the heyday of like the early 90s, sometimes I would just get camera shy and not talk. So it was like he had to almost pull my teeth out to make me talk. It's an expression. He didn't pull my teeth out. Look at that. My cat. What's my cat doing? Morgan, what are you doing? What are you doing? She does what a cat does. Just does her own thing. But sometimes it keeps me up. I don't care. Like tomorrow, I don't have work, so I don't care. So that's like tomorrow morning, I gotta clean my room. Because otherwise, what I'll hear in like maybe 4 o'clock in the morning is this. And I'm like, I know what it is, but I'm not getting up to pick it up. So I gotta clean out my drawers on the sides of the bed. But hold on. Hold on. So we can make it easier for you kids and people out there. There we go. So now I can actually sit back and watch it. Morgan. What's fucking silly is that my cat goes underneath my bed, and sometimes I'll like feel like the vibration up from underneath the bed, because she likes to go like this with her paws underneath the bed, and it's like sometimes it's annoying, but I don't care. I love her. But I guess like if you guys want to really get to know me, ask me questions. Like just write questions in the comments. I don't care. I'll start a whole slew. I'll write everything down, and then I'll come back in separate videos and start talking about them. So the funny thing is, yes, I'm adopted from Romania. I was adopted back in 1991 by my American family. If you want to ask me other questions about life and life in general, go ahead, feel free. For those of you who have subscribed to my channel, love you guys, thank you. Now, you see what's good about this is that you guys are getting to know a face to the madness of the channel. To me, video gaming, I think, is fun. It's relaxing, but I think gaming in general is dead. There we go. Now I can go back down because she's out. Morgan, you gotta chill out. Like, Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 2:12 a.m.
2:12 a.m. I can't sleep. Don't ask me why. Thank God I don't have work tomorrow. It's not the cat, trust me. Just life in general. With all this shit going on, trust me. Keeps you up at night. But overall, yeah. Well, I could talk to you about my early life. My early life, I was raised in Bay Ridge. For those of you who don't know what Bay Ridge is, it's in Brooklyn. I lived there for most of my life. I lived a life in Romania, but it was very short. Didn't know anything about it, really. How could I? Because I only came to America when I was 6 weeks old. I lived in Brooklyn up until my college years. So I want to say my parents got divorced. 2012 I finished college. So 13, 14. So for 2 years I took a break. As I said, I was doing so much shit with life. In general, people say, "Oh, why'd you wait so long, to find work?" It's not that I wanted to wait so long. It's that when I finished college, Dad got sick. So my mom was, what is she? My mom is 81, 82. So think like 10 years. So we've lived in Staten Island for 10 years. So my father got sick. He got cancer of the liver, no less. That's a separate video for a separate time. Anyone who's interested could talk. We'll talk about that on a different video. Ask me questions. My mom was working. She had to go back to work. Not because not because Dad was sick, but because bills were just getting out of hand. So she had no choice but to go back to work in her 60s and 70s. My father lost work. I want to say 2007, 2008. My father lost work, so that's when kind of shit went to hell. But other than that, I kind of lived a very happy life. I still do. But yeah, if you guys, like I said, please don't be shy. Ask questions. I want this page to get to blow up to no tomorrow. So eventually, I'm gonna try to stray away from gaming and make it like a strictly have it as like a blog or a vlog. I kind of want to transition channels. Like I want to go into something totally new. My water. Hold on. That's when you say why. Come on. You know that one ice cube that won't stop turning the way you don't want it to? It's funny as you guys are hearing my movie in the background. But yeah, getting back to that. Let's get back to Brooklyn. Really, school life in Brooklyn was fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. Life in Bay Ridge was just interesting. Mainly, I was a kid, so it's before I had to deal with all the bullshit, that we as adults have to deal with. Work, bills, taxation. I want to say my best years. Let's say my best years were probably back in 127 in Bay Ridge. That was my best years. That was shit. Those were my kindergarten years. Kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and third grade. I never went to fourth and fifth. Fourth grade, I went to a school called Bay Ridge Prep, and then fifth grade, I went to a school called Learning Spring in Manhattan. That was for 1 year, and that was it. Then I went to Zavarian for a while. It was what it was. It was a Catholic boys' school. But yeah. After that, well, there was an incident, but, it is what it is. I've always said it. I say that all the time. I say, you know what? If Shoal shit goes to hell, it is what it is. It doesn't. I don't give a fuck anymore. But then I went to Edward R. Murrow, and my Murrow years were the best years, personally. Holy shit! I can't just get the shit out of me. What? What's wrong? Huh? What's up? She just does her own thing. My Murrow years were the best years. Murrow was probably the best years of my life, high school. If I can go back in time, I would probably go back to those years. I'm not gonna lie to you. Why? I was basically I started realizing what I wanted to do and what I didn't want to do, but what I wanted to do, I couldn't because of health reasons. Like, I wanted to join the military, but I can't. Um, little, little reasons why, I'll give them to you. I have hydrocephalus and neurofibromatosis. So, it's two big no-nos. People are telling me, it's a godsend that you have it. I don't think so, but I mean, I can still get in secretly. There's ways, because I have no restrictions. I'm 33. I mean, I have 2 more years for a cutoff. But, yeah, getting back to my years from anywhere from like my last 4 years, I want to say 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. The last, basically, those last 5 years up until like adulthood, I want to say was amazing. I had a lot of friends in high school, but I never really kept in touch. My why we didn't keep in touch? We kind of like, you have your falling outs. You go your separate ways. You do your separate things. Had my first true love in high school. This is actually fun, so I'm actually enjoying this. My first true love, her name was Greta. She was this cute little girl that I was really like madly in love with. But when you're in high school, it's like puppy love. It's like, it's not real. It wasn't until I was a senior that I really was like I can't even say kind of. Holy shit. I was madly in love with this girl. And she was madly in love with me. But the problem is I couldn't date someone that kept on getting left back. So when I got to that school, I went in as a freshman, sophomore, junior. Yeah, so I went in as a sophomore, and she was a freshman. So then when I was a junior, she was a sophomore. When I was a senior, she should have been a junior. But she kept on getting left back. She got left back twice, and I said to her, I said, I can't date you no more. She was annoyed about it. Hey, look, it is what it is. She actually reached out to me, believe it or not. I want to say. Sorry, I keep on biting my finger because my cat gave me a good scratch earlier. But yeah, her name was Elizabeth. What was her name? Elizabeth Torres. Pretty girl. But, again, you go your separate ways. I guess you could say it was interesting high school. I had friends. I always try to make friends. Like, I don't know. I would like to say, like, I would always be friends with, like, different groups of people. Like, they had, like, the goth people in school, the emo kids, or, like, the kids that would, like, wouldn't be friends with any, like, people that wouldn't be friends with people, I'd be friends with them. I guess you can call them the outcasts. I would always be friends with them. I guess I understood them. having Asperger's. You know, you understand certain people, understand certain things. Alexa, turn on all my lights. Yeah. So that's what I keep on biting. So. You know, when you're just like tie and you can't sleep, so you have to do stupid things to try to make yourself sleep. Like, I love oldies, so for the people who are just going to be watching this or coming in later, to refrain, I love classics. Thing is, I don't even know why I'm refraining to that, because I'm not even on live. But yeah, overall, high school years were great. Alexa, turn off all my fucking lights. Thank you. I need a haircut ASAP. But yeah. I think the high school years, I want to say, I forgot junior high school. Holy shit, junior high school years were great. That's when I met my true best friend. I'm still friends with him to this day. Yeah, he's married. I'm happy for him. He's a good kid. If he ever gets to this video, what's up, brother? That's if you ever get to this video. But yeah, he's a good kid. I'm proud of him. He's got a few kids. He's a cop. Thank God for him. He's a good kid. He's a good father. Me personally, I don't have kids yet. Down to earth, like, honestly, I don't want kids. I have to meet the right person. And I really haven't met the right person yet. The love of my life, believe it or not, left. I still love her to death, but, you know, I want nothing but the best for her, but apparently, you know, maybe she's not ready. You know, when people just aren't ready, they don't, you understand what I'm talking about. When you ain't ready, you just ain't ready. And I can't force you to be ready. I mean, like, you can, like, you're gonna have arguments in life. You're gonna have your ups and downs. You're gonna have the good, the bad, and also the ugly side to relationships. But I guess, you know, truthfully, after the breakup, I kind of became changed, sort of. But more or less, I've changed in a way where I don't give a fuck anymore. So that's the side of me. So I always say it is what it is a lot more now. Before, I used to believe there was hope in things, but not anymore. But getting off a fucking topic, my early years as a child were pretty good. Actually, they were very good. They were great. I don't like to brag. It's not cool. Yes, I was spoiled. It maybe was a good thing, and maybe it was a bad thing. But, yeah. I think my best time was kindergarten, because I remember one day I came home, because I think games I would play on PC before I had my Nintendo would be like games like WoW, or I would play Tonka Construction, and a bunch of other silly PC games that were like, they were kind of like the beginning of what we had today. So I remember one day, it must have been, I must have been 5-6 months into, how long is it? School starts in August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So it must have been in February. I remember February of what? Was it 95, 96? I remember it was in February of 96. I came home and I said, "Hey Dad, I want to hop on the PC." And he said, "Absolutely not. Don't you want to play your Nintendo?" And I looked at him like, holy shit. Like, I didn't know I actually had it. And that's what started my madness into gaming.